Hi, I'm Kristen Renee Miller, and I'll be reading from Heating the Outdoors by Andrée Gill, and originally published in French as Chauffe dehors. Heating the Outdoors is a finalist for the 2023 Big Other Book Award in the translation and poetry categories, with thanks to John Madeira and Big Other. You're the clump of blackened spruce that lights my gasoline-soaked heart. It's just impossible you won't be back to quench yourself in my cream soda ancestral spirit. Still, I wish we'd poached again, that you'd laced up my fur in your fingerless gloves, that you'd wrung out my heart like mounting a pelt to a frame. I'd have shown you I can smile at myself as a carcass of the word dread. I'm still hoping for a door cracking open, for a daybreak between the lines of our story. But I admit I would trade my heart simply for a good bowl of macaroni and sausages. All the changes, even small ones, the flower arrangement on the table, the new book just lying there, the frame on a different wall. I inventory these fixtures of the household, your home. Each detail nudges me, seizes me, makes me admit it's been a while. It's the truth I know already made more. I'm no longer part of the decor. To all these things, I'm just a person passing through. Even now, my mark fades, earrings from beside the mirror, sweater from behind the door, hair elastic from the floor, one of my Tupperwares from the Tupperware drawer. After our turbulent intimacy, I linger on all the things over which I have no say. Clothes on the laundry hamper, gourds left on the sill, a child's new drawing beside the phone, a completely unknown engagement on the calendar. They nip at me, the sadnesses of being here, cut off from the little things, written out of the routine. I never imagined objects, when you look at them closely, might offer up some truth about the pleated feelings I'm trying to smooth out. Back for my little walk through, I lay out what I have to offer as simply as I know how. Maybe this time, who knows, he'll no longer fear everything I stand for. If you want to know where I am now, that's me, writing, "Hey, what's up?" in Zamboni meltwater. In the village, we watch each other live. We turn to all the cars that pass. We mark with orange flags on the edges of dirt roads all the places we left our beliefs. I imagine you'll hear me if I think loud enough, and you'll appear on my threshold. Still on the goddamn threshold, there but with a coat on your back, there but not there. I eat it hot whenever I go to the co-op or the pharmacy. There's always a memory loitering down an aisle or a corny love song playing, and it perks me up. It's like that saying I hate: eat your hand, but keep the other for tomorrow. Fear. I keep it for the shining eyes of night animals. I keep it for stories of dead children, for black ice and beetles in my hair. Fear, it's running into each other at the mini-mart and not knowing what to do with our bodies. I'm standing on my crushed castle, asking just 5 minutes more of reverie, of eating my heart out. I invent firecrackers beneath our clothes, conjure us up, call us back to the lip of pleasure. It's always like this, if I'm honest. Passing your street or your parked car by the hardware store, I dream up all the ways I might slip around your neck, knowing very well it goes nowhere. Logic evaporates, and the only thought left is of a provocation, of 5 electric minutes in which time dilates and dissolves, a bouquet of smoke, a dandelion parachute touching down on water. I've been wondering where to live, where to put my tender parts to broil, if not in the proxy worlds made by writing, by reconstructing events, by embellishing memories which fall silent and reverberate at the same time. Where to live, if not in those ecstatic moments and the possibility they'll come again. I try to reassemble your molecules, to shape your face with all the winter words I know. I cry over the dishes, I cry at the parents' meeting, I cry in my Ricardo biscuits, and then, cry again as I shovel down the last of my own powdered crumbs. At the bottom of my feed, keeping watch for new messages, I lose myself in the infinity of the machine. A guy fucks up his tailbone jumping onto a frozen pool. A cat falls in a toilet. A little girl swings a piñata and hits a man between the legs. Before I know it, I've scrolled down to the only photos of you I've taken, blinking like a speak and spell. The ones of you looking non-committal in front of Jean-Pierre Mall, and I finally dissolve. I know I shouldn't do this, but I do it all the same, and everything hits at once, tidied into a single disaster on the agenda. I carve the birds for supper as I would do to you, but in reverse. Graft onto you articulated wings and full-throated cries, so you could see the savage flowers of my raw heart, the 1,000-year medicine that envelops us. What remains? Crying, laughing, like everyone knows. The scent of laundry soap and two-stroke gasoline, and my clit like a Ron dancer, all alone when her turn comes. I tempt myself to the edge of a fjord, to a secret place with no paths. A seal appears beside me, dancing in the water. I shout, "Hello, baby," and he startles and swims off. In the night, no wind. I wake to the quiet breaths of belugas, a new lullaby, a medley of hugeness and grace. And this is what it feels like exactly. A sparkling gratitude, the words "thank you" flashing neon above my hair. I awake to mist, thick mist filled with sunlight, the blurred radiant expanse, the fluid sweetness, the subtle voice of the air. I want to take the mist for what it is, though I can't help but see a moving, surreal, pointless painting, a gift. I touch myself, I read, a squirrel scrambles over me, I'm a Disney fucking princess. I tramp through the dense forest, I scratch myself everywhere, and I like it. This body, haunted by backcountry, bears marks of pride and autonomy, endurance and strength. In these moments, I'm all here, unkillable. Nothing much, and everything all at once. And this pulls me out of my head. The closer I get to nature, the more I feel worthy of its voice, of mine. Outside is the only answer I found inside. With the word slowly as an ally, I connect the dots in ascending order, make myself a new face. I sweep up the sawdust, I gnaw the meat off each day and spit out the pin bones. I too can run after elk and listen to the uncomplicated poetry of aspen. Under the snow-drunk sun, I replace you. In each new trail, I open and enter like a woman in heat, in the sharp, bright paths of snowflakes, being born. Thank you so much.